Alrighty, Roo, and cuckoo choo to you, and all my nobody's not watching out there. I did end up getting to an end thing, and I'm just like, you know what? This is enough. I really don't know how much more she could keep talking, and I'm like, this isn't fun for me at all. And then I think people wanted to squat up, and I'm like, you know what? I'd rather do this than just let you drone on and prolonged eye contact, and I'm like, I'm good on all that. I don't need that in my life anymore. Then they're like, that's difficult enough as it is. Hi, welcome. Let's just push the button. Yeah, push it. Now log in. Um, so the sides. I just want to look at the side stories. I don't think I'm gonna do any. So I have that one done. That one seems to be blanked out. I wonder why these are not. That's weird. I don't understand. Because I know that I didn't do these two. But okay, I did one total, I believe. I think. I think. Or maybe I did two. I think I just did one total. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, well, yep, no. Alright, let's see if there's any new pictures. I know Monica sent me some dick pics. I hope she didn't. Wouldn't be super surprised. And I would just be like, I'm just worried where you got it from. Like, if it's just Rule 34 or something, I'll take it. That's fine. Whatever. It's not that bad. But, where's this from? Artwork drawn by Satchley to celebrate Valentine's Day 2018. I have to listen to at least 15 of Monica's monologues. How long does she talk? And I did 15. I mean, I guess there are worse prizes. It's sort of sweet, kinda. I mean, look, I doesn't she look appealing there? This looks like a nice little date. The girls are in the background, just like jealous and like, oh my god. But this looks nice. You know, they're still alive. They may be creepily. Hey Tom, how's the peeping? Tom, how's the peeping going? Tommy, 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 Tommy. Like, but at least they're alive, and it looks like a nice little date where I've chosen Monica or something. You know, she's she looks nice. It looks like a nice time. Better than the times that I generally have existed in, and yeah. The only thing I have a real problem with, and this is like weird, this is such a stupid weird thing to say, is the position of the little parasol that covers, not parasol, but the umbrella that is on the table, because this is clearly a small round table and it's on the side. So like there are ways you can engineer it so that that will work. But it's like I know why you wouldn't want to put it in the center because then it would block out Monica, and that's not very romantic and stuff. And there are definitely ways you can engineer a table to do that, but it's just like that. Just why I call attention to that, I don't know. But it looks like we're on Valentine's Day, and she's gonna feed me a chocolate. There's a little coffee because she stated how she likes coffee. Um, she looks cute and very happy. It looks like there's like a little card that I probably wrote a poem in. It says love, and I can't see it for. It says not Suki. Oh, it looks like it's from everybody. Okay, that's kind of cool. I don't know if that's to me or to her or what, but that's kind of cool. That's not as terrible as it could have been. That's just promo art. So yeah, I have no idea how long I can sit there and listen to her. It's just it was getting boring, and I'm like, I don't wanna. Like, I don't wanna. Don't make me do stuff. I am kind of curious though, because she asked me to change the music, and I'm just curious if I can change, like the music to something. Um, Dear Sunshine. Or maybe just Monica. So that's not what I would call very romantic. And I don't want to mess with any. I don't want to do these other ones because they could be. What's Lavender Mist? That's sort of nice. Soft and pleasant. I just don't want to be like, she knows more about it than I do. I'm gonna pick this one. And just go back and just see if picking it up, if she'll notice. If... Should I change the background too? I'm gonna change the background too. Just let's see if I can make her my friend. And she'll stop being a freak. Maybe she'll realize that this is all okay. If I can set this one picture, that's kind of cool. Everyone's still alive. There. I don't like the black void on either side. That's distressing. But see, look, there. Now let's see if she'll be cool. Maybe she'll notice that I did this and it'll be nice. And then I can delete her. Alright, we're picking up where we left off, apparently. What just happened? I just had an awful dream. I was hoping those would stop, but now that it's just the two of us, I guess that was wishful thinking. Well, I had to, like, leave and stuff. I, like, saved, and then I left. But I changed my wallpaper and stuff, and I figure... And the music, it doesn't seem like it changed here. But, I thought maybe it would make you happy, and you would be less all... And I wouldn't, you know, have that as much. Technique, I don't know if you would have any idea, but if you only knew what might be causing that, could you try to do something about it? I mean, I did try to just do something. I mean, whenever it happens, it almost feels like I've been killed or something. So it seems like every time I leave, it's bad for you. Taking notes, not really, but making a mental note. It's a really horrible feeling. If I could figure out what's causing that, I'll love you forever. I go to a subliminal space between realities, almost like being dead and not. It's like a permanent form of sleep paralysis. To quote Bo Burnham in How Things Work. I don't know. I've been listening to a lot of Bo Burnham lately. Yeah, Inside was revolutionary, and I don't know how many times I've heard Welcome to the Internet. It's my happy place. Yeah. Anyway. So now where was I? I don't know. I honestly, like... You just kind of keep droning on and on. Hey, did you... Yeah, I think I did know you were a vegetarian. Yep. Nope. Yeah, you don't actually eat, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Additionally, you got to be very careful about how you're vegan or vegetarian, because even that is unethically sourced. There's no way to not be evil. You have to work really hard at it and have a good deal of money, or make it yourself. And that is so easy to do. You know, when you're trying to, if you miss a paycheck, you can't pay rent. What, is that so strange a reason? I guess a lot of people are more concerned about being inhumane and all that. She's like, oh, I don't care that, that's the thing that bothers me. It's like, God, the fucking living conditions. I don't really care much about that. It's more about my effect upon the planet. It's like, okay. I mean, both things are aspects of it. Most of the time people have, like, a problem with both aspects of it. And that's why they do the thing. Or they just do it because it's healthier. And they don't care so much about the other two aspects, but I mean, look, I personally, if I had the willpower and I eat less meat. I think I already said those. I eat less meat than I think most Americans do, but probably still more meat than I should. And I try to as close as I can subsidize it with more other types of food and try to mostly ethically eat, but I could do better. I'm just poor. Yep. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, nope. Yeah, I already seen this. I seen it. I seen it. I was really hoping this would make a difference and you would, like, say something else because I changed the music. But you just seem to have had problematic to the nest to the fact that I went away. And I'm pretty sure that I saved before I left and it just sort of picked up where I was. I'm gonna go ahead and try if I can, or I can't. No, while you're staring intently into my eyes, I cannot. Oh, right. I forgot. I'm an idiot. That's my forgetful nature. I can't save, so it's sort of just... How long would this take? No, this can't... but I know that's not where she started originally. I have to have picked up from some degree. It has to sort of unofficially autosaved. Yeah, no. Maybe they're all random. Okay, actually, I don't know if you said that all before. The difficulty of friends and how, like, oh, it seems so easy, but, like, you know, you never know, and you just keep trying until you find somebody, and they could be, like, awesome, or they could be terrible, but you never know. And it sort of sucks, like, you know, keep spinning that wheel of randomness, but somebody that you meet one time might be a really amazing friend. Oh, fuck, I forgot to do that today. Oh, well. How late is it? It's not that late. I'm gonna do that real quick. While I'm trying to... I seriously thought it would happen by now. If it was just by chance. Well, I think your problem is that you, like, kill people, Monica. You're, like... You unalive those pretty quickly, and... Yeah. I don't know. I don't really know how to deal with this situation. I just don't really know what to do. Just waiting for you to say something, person. Say something. There we go. Yeah, no, it is. Totally. People can get really passionate, dramatic, and they have all these other aching hearts, seek attention on social media. But all those social pressures and hormones can lead to a dark time in people's lives. Everyone has a story. You may not know what someone is really feeling on the inside. No, of course. You know, no, you would not know. Many people who are depressed won't even bother telling the world about it now because they feel like they're a burden. Haha. Woo! Sorry, I'm just like, yeah. Okay. They don't want attention. They because they've already given up on the inside. Yes, haven't we all? The feeling of worthlessness is so overwhelming that they don't even want people to tell them otherwise. Depression comes in many forms, but that is one of them. Just if you think you know someone struggling with depression, please like insert like a hey call like you know the National Depression blah 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 because like seriously it's a pretty big deal instead of being like Monica and being like let's just push them over the edge by affecting the code of reality. You can help by just treating them like they're a good friend. Spend time with them even if they don't feel like doing much. Odd advice coming from a serial person-ish character thing. I don't know. And remind them that they always have something to look forward to. Making plans in advance, letting them borrow something, or even just say, see you at school tomorrow. again, you're actually giving out some pretty solid advice for a lot of things. And I know it's trying to, like, undo all the harm you've done, but I don't trust you. All of those friends can help your friend make it to the next day. I hope being friends with Sayori has given you some perspective on the true face of depression. Just slaps her, throws the table on her. You don't ever fucking say her name. You don't get to say her name. Yeah, she's gone now. But Sayori's never real in the first place. Neither are you. You just think you are. God, please don't be the first, like, true artificial intelligence, like the one that breaks through in the singularity, because you would be the worst. Like, this would be a terrible situation for that to happen in. You're real. Your friends are real. And just by being a good person, you can save someone's life. Already have. Not to brag. It's sort of a thing. Like, it's important to actually be there for people. Like, you can save people's lives in a lot of ways. Have had mine. It's, you know, people are important. Just try to be there when you can, and you know that you're a human being, and you can't always be there for everybody all the time. Gotta remember, you gotta take care of yourself before you can take care. You can't give anything to anyone else if you don't have anything for yourself. That's for you. You don't struggle with depression or anything. You're like, how much time do you have? But also, I'm not gonna share that with you, Monica. Just, yeah, no, yeah, no, that's not for today. Because you, too, have people who would want to save your life. Already done it. Maybe they don't express it every day, or maybe they don't even know how to. But people do feel that way. You don't know me. For all you know, I could be three men in a three ducks in a man costume. You know? I'm sorry. I'm not actually a woman. I'm a horse. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not actually a horse. I'm a broom, and just unzip and just bam. Frankly, I'm surprised. I promise. Man, humans are complicated. OMG, yes. You've said it, brother. Amen. But as long as you're here with me, I'll take care of you, my love. Yeah, like you took care of all the other characters, you friggin' psycho. Like, I'm not a huge fan of all the things that you do. Or you in general. That was a nice picture of you, though. It's just creepy with the background, but it was nice. And at least everybody else was alive. Okay, still staring. Still staring. Continue to stare. This one seems to be lasting a little longer than normal. Maybe not. Technique, would you ever introduce your friends to me? How awkward would that be? Apart from the Let's Plays I'm making, I doubt it. What am I going to be like? Hey, come over. I want you to, you know, we get them on, like, some sort of, like, FaceTime thingy or whatever. And just be like, just so you know, this is my creepy stalker, Monica. She's, she thinks she's my digital girlfriend. She done unalived and deleted all the other characters in the game, and it's truly horrifying. Oh, by the way, that's the twist. Sorry, spoilers. If I were you, I probably wouldn't play this game. It's been enjoyable in a lot of ways. I wouldn't say it's exactly been fun, but I signed up for the experience, not for the fun. But anyway, yeah, she's kind of a bitch, and the game's sort of confusing, and yeah, I guess watch my playthroughs if you want to get to know her more or not. But she's being pretty cool right now, but don't let that trick you. She is totally, very much not cool. I don't know why, but I get really excited when I think about you wanting to show off a relationship like that. You see this? You see this? This is crazy. This is like, you know? Run! The less she knows about your existence, the safer you are. Go. Maybe it's because I really want to be someone who makes you proud. I feel like I would try extra hard to improve myself if you told me it made you proud of me. I would be proud of you if you brought everybody back and, like, I don't know, maybe accepted that I don't like you because of all the things you've done. And maybe we could reset it. And you could let us go through it without you making all the terrible things happen. And accept the outcome I choose. And maybe, just maybe, if you were really cool about all that, I would go through everybody's little quest line to see how it turns out, and that would eventually include you. Because if you let me go through everybody else's, I might be able to forgive you for the horrible, horrible deeds and atrocities. The effective. I don't even feel like this. This is beyond war crimes. You haven't just violated that one treaty. Was it the Treaty of Versailles? That's not it. I don't think that's it. But fucking yeah, no. You have gone so far beyond. Like, Carl. Like, what have you even done here? I mean, how did I even do this? This is absolutely fucked, bro. Like, it is. Like, it is. I hope it's the same the other way around, too. Yeah, no, I would just, no iguanamente. I do not reciprocate anything here for you. Okay, well, back to silent time. I'm just gonna stare. And be creepy, stare and be creepy, cause that's what you do. Staring and creepiness. Staring and creepy. Creepy stare. Okay. You know, it's funny because even though I've always had a lot of drive, there's something kind of enticing about the stay-at-home partner. Do what now? I guess I'm like perpetuating gender roles or whatever by saying that, but by being able to keep a house clean, the shop, and decorate, things like that, and having a nice dinner for you when you come home. Is that a weird fantasy? It's like, well, you're on the other side of this screen, and I will probably have an actual heart attack if you start doing some ring shit where you start crawling out. Like, there are worse things that could crawl out of my television. And it really depends on whether or not your powers extend to this world. Because that would still be horrifying anyway. Just to be like, oh my god, oh my fucking god, oh my god. Oh, I'd probably just run screaming into the street. I just feel like either grab something heavy to bash your face in with, or just scream running. And it's like, what are your choices? Like, but that's not gonna happen because this is not real. But, yeah. I mean, I'm not sure if I could actually see myself doing that. Yeah, because it's just a weird fantasy. It's just a weird, weird fantasy, baby. I close my eyes, but I'm here to it. You're here to entertain me. Yeah, no, sorry, I don't. Never mind, that was bad. Yeah, because you're again on the other side. It's 2D. You'd have to like remake the world so that there was like a kitchen and like a house and all that. Which I'm pretty sure you probably could. I wouldn't be able to put that over striving for a fulfilling career. What would you do? Real talk. You actually have me interested there. What would you do, Monica? I could see you being like a ruthless CEO. I was watching a thing about psychopaths and what defines them and such. And CEOs are highly driven and are likely to be that. That's like it's a place that CEOs a lot of CEOs are psychopaths. Like that's just there's statistics to confirm that. Because of just the way their personality works. So, but Like, what would you do? Like, and again, do you have these powers? Do you not? What would you do? She's like, I'd run a daycare. Like, I'd be a teacher. It's like, I don't think that's a good idea. It's kind of cute to think about, though. Yeah, I don't, like, what would you do? Like, what would you do? Like, if you have the powers or don't, what would you do? Like, it's a weird thing for you to say, just, this. Oh my god. Back in my debate club days, I learned a whole lot about arguing. Okay, this is new. The problem with arguing is that each person sees their own opinion as a superior one. Not in debate club. Well, I don't think I was ever actually in a debate club because we didn't have the option. Or we did, but it was like either do this or this, and it's like I'm gonna choose not debate club as much as I wanted to debate club. Yeah, no. But now sometimes the thing about debate is that you have to pick a side. You get the side that you don't agree with, and you got to do it anyway. And which was one of the things I didn't like about it. It's like, I don't want this side. I don't believe in this side, and if I win, I don't feel good about this. Like I don't agree with this morally, ethically, and I just won because you aren't as good at this as I am. And it's like, I have made the world a worse place if this actually mattered. It's kind of stating the obvious, but it affects the way they try to get their point across. Let's say you really like a certain movie, right? If someone comes along and tells you the movie sucks, that's because it did X and Y wrong. Doesn't that make you feel kind of personally attacked? Not really. I'm not the movie. I didn't make the movie. I like the movie. Maybe a little bit. But I realize that everybody has their own personal things. And the reality is, chances are if somebody's going to go so direct on it, and it's like, a lot of times I'm critical of movies that I like. I'll be like, oh yeah, no, there's totally problems with the movie. It doesn't make it a bad movie. So many movies, I'm just like, oh yeah, no, that is definitely a problem. They could have done this better. And I'll say that about movies I like, but I don't feel personally attacked, I wouldn't say. But also, if they're that much against a movie that I'm like super, super into, it's probably a good sign that maybe we're not like going to be too close, or maybe we could be. It depends on how often that happens, I guess. It's like, wow, we don't have anything in common. Just because we get along, but we have no shared interests. It's like, we're pleasant people. It's like, well, then we should just keep it that way. But it's like, I think shared interests are very important with friendships and knowing people. Like, doesn't mean you can't be friends, sort of, but it's more like, let's just be friends at work or school or whatever. It's because by saying that, it's they're implying that you have bad taste. I feel like you're kind of. I don't think that's what they're saying. I think you're starting to go to. I don't agree with that. And once their emotions enter the picture, it's almost guaranteed that both people will be left sour. Nah. I think that's the key to a good friendship, is being able to disagree on things and still be like friends anyway. It doesn't mean that you guys have to like the same thing, but I think that shared interests are important. But it's all about language. If you make everything as subtle sounding as possible, then people will listen to you without feeling attacked. Subjective sounding as possible. You could say, I'm personally not a fan of it, and I felt like I'd like it more if it did X and Y, things like that. It even works when you're citing facts about things. If you say, I read this on a website, that it works like that, or you admit that you're not an expert on it, then it's much more like you're putting your knowledge on the table, rather than forcing it on them. Again, you have some decent points. I agree with a lot of it. Not bad advice for the most part. If you put in active effort to keep the discussion mutual and level, they usually follow suit. Then you can share your opinions without anyone getting upset, just from a disagreement. Plus, people will start seeing you as open-minded and a good listener. It's a win-win, you know. Well, I guess that would be Monica's debate tip of the day. That sounds a little silly. Thanks for listening, though. Okay, I'm gonna end this and yeah, well, like that didn't do anything, but